Dear students, you learned about certain properties of circle in the last video. We are going further to learn more about properties of circle. Mainly you learned about properties like there is a center for every circle and there is a radius. Another concept was about diameter, which is double of radius passing through the center. It is a chord also. Also you studied about chord, which will be connecting any 2 points on the circle, and especially in the interior of the circle it can be anywhere connecting 2 points. These are the things you studied in the last video or understood in the last video. Another concept, what is named as circumference of a circle, is the topic here. Circumference of a circle, to say, is the length of the boundary of the circle. It is very difficult to understand there is a length for the circle. Yes. Suppose this is a circle which I am trying to make you understand the concept. I am using for making you understand the concept of a circumference. It is just like if I walk around the circle. If I walk, I have to start from a position like this. I am starting from here. Suppose I start walking on the circular path. So the total distance that I will be walking by walking through the boundary like this. First I will be here, after a while I will reach here, and after a while I will reach here, and I will reach at the starting point, correct? That full length which I walked around is the circumference of the circle. This is one way of making myself understand you the concept of circumference. In order to find out this length, there are a formula and all which will be using the concept of radius to solve it. But for this particular video and your class, we will be limiting it to understanding what is circumference. Another way for making you understand about circumference is bringing in front of you something like which you use in your day-to-day life, a glass which is having a rim in a circular form. The rim means the edge of the glass, which is circular, and if you can measure the length of the circular edge of a glass, you can say that we are measuring the circumference of the edge of the glass. Or it is you need to have a thread or a wire or something like that, so that you can keep around the edge of the glass, and then you can understand how the circumference is. This green colored, red colored circle which I am putting is the circumference of the edge of the glass, or that circle which is denoting the edge of the glass. That is one way. Another way is practically doing it. Practically doing how to measure the circumference of a circle. I am trying to do it. You can see a circle on the screen now, a perfect circle on the screen. In order to measure the circumference of this circle, I need to do something like I should bring some thread or wire or something which I can place on the edges of this circular ring, which I will be trying to do in front of you. For that, let me take some what I have some wires over here. I'll be slowly placing it at the edges yes, I can keep it like this. Simply keep it in such a way that, so this, the length of this wire, if I can measure, I can say that I can find out the circumference of this particular ring in front of you. To measure the circumference of this ring, which is in the circular form, I have taken that wire, expanded it and kept it straight, so that I can use a scale for measuring its length. I have scale with me so that I can measure it using the scale. Here is the scale, so bring the scale and keep it along with that particular piece of wire which I use for measuring the length, so that I can measure the length of this particular wire and declare that this is the circumference of that particular ring. That is one way, means practically measuring the circumference. As I told you before, there are ways by which formula can be used, the radius if known we can calculate. There are more than one way to calculate, but at present the concept of circumference to be made understand in this way. It is what is expected in your class. Okay, so my dear students, circumference of a circle is nothing but the length of the circle or the boundary of the circle if measured. Okay, so that is what one thing I wanted to tell you. I will remove the scale after measurement. I will go ahead, and one more concept I have to make you understand. It is about arc of a circle. What is meant by arc of a circle? Arc of a circle is a piece of a circle, I would say. A piece of a circle. Suppose that this is a bangle, and if the bangle is broken, it will become in pieces. Or if you cut the circle into pieces, you will get curved pieces. Just I am cutting it into pieces now. See, cut I made, and I can bring out some small piece out of it. So this piece or this part of the circle is named as arc. It can be big, it can be small, and it can be almost like a circle. Any format it can be. So the arc of a circle is a part of a circle, and this arc will be having its own center, which is the center of the circle, and lot of properties related to circle you will be studying in every class. Now you are in 5th standard, 6th standard, you will study little, 7th you will study little, 9th you will study little, 10th you will study little more, and you will really wonder about the properties of circle, the arc, I cannot tell you all those things now. But my dear students, in mathematics, and especially the branch of mathematics which is dealing with the shapes and size and all, and also dealing with the shapes on earth. You might have heard a term called geometry, which is measuring earth, and a lot of things are coming in your studies, and very interesting things related to maths, and very interesting things are coming where circle has got a very important role to play. So my dear students, though the chapter is circle, center of the circle, radius of the circle, diameter of the circle, chord of the circle, thereafter in this video, circumference of the circle, and at last this arc of a circle, you should be very clear and thorough about it. What is it? Nothing else. What is radius? What is diameter? What is a chord? What is center of circle? What is interior of the circle? What is exterior of the circle? What is circumference of a circle? What is arc of a circle? My dear students of 5th standard should be very clear about this. The matter is over, and you will go to next session to understand more about circle. That time it will be easy for you. We can name the arc AB arc, CD arc. Many things are there coming in your further studies. So you will be learning about the naming of the arc, which will add, and as I told you, every arc will be having its own center, and all. Every arc will be a part of a circle. All these interesting things will be coming in your studies further. That is what is there in this video. Nothing more, nothing less. You should be very clear about the concept, my dear student. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please watch the previous video, this video together, so that you will get the concept clear to you, so that no missing for you. Thank you. Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.